Hey guys, Gregor here, and today we want to talk about a more fundamental topic of music production and music recording, which is the track. Many of you might be beginners or might not be as deep into music recording as some others, and this might be a fundamental question that comes up then. What even is a track? You hear this word all the time. In fact, you might hear the term tracking often when people mean recording. So what is it with these tracks? What does that mean? Let's get started with this and get some fundamental misunderstandings out of the way. Right now we're here in Studio Pro, but what I'm going to teach you will apply for most DAWs out there. So hopefully this is going to be a helpful tutorial no matter what kind of software you use. But we're going to get into some more specific tracks. As you can see, I have the automation track here and the folder track prepared for us to talk about. And those are more specific to Studio Pro. But what I'm going to tell you about the audio track and the instrument track, that applies to pretty much all DAWs out there. So let's look at the audio track first. This is the traditional track that most people are referring to when they talk about tracks in music recording. And this usually represents the recording of one instrument in your song. A track could be, for example, a vocal track, a guitar track, a bass track, a synthesizer, or any other instrument that you would record with an XLR cable. That's this 3-pinned cable that you see here on the screen, or a jack cable going straight into your audio interface or mixer, your sound card essentially. Those are tracks, okay, at the very fundamental level. And they're combined together or they're mixed to create a full song. So your song is going to consist of multiple tracks, and those tracks would represent one or multiple instruments of the same kind that you would mix together on a per track basis. So you need to create an audio track whenever you want to record or audition an instrument or microphone source from the real world that you would like to use in your composition. And here's how that works inside of Studio Pro. So this is the audio track. You can create that by simply right-clicking and then clicking on audio track, mono or stereo. It depends on whether you have one microphone connected, then it would be a mono. Or if you have just one output on your amp, for example, then it would also be mono. Or if you have a left-right, that would be stereo, and that would need to be connected with two cables to your audio interface. So depending on what you've set up, you would create that. I've already done that here at the top track. And then you would just simply assign that to the input where you've plugged your XLR or jack cables to that sound card that you're using or your mixer. Once you've done that, you should see that the record arm button, that is this round button here, is now available for clicking and for activation. And when I do so, you can see that currently the input signal of the microphone that I'm using to talk to you is being shown here. Okay, this is basically telling me that I'm now ready to record. If I want to monitor this, then I can click the speaker icon next to it, and this would lead to you hearing my voice doubled right now because you're hearing it through this video and also looped back from the software. This is useful when you have headphones on and you want to hear yourself while singing, for example. Right now it would probably sound a bit weird, so let's leave that off for now. The speaker icon, the monitor arm, does not affect your recording in any way. This is just for orientation purposes, if you will, so that you know what you're actually doing. It can also be used if you're using effects on your voice, for example, or your instrument, and you want to hear that while recording it onto the timeline. Then you just enable both of these at once. Then once you're ready, you just hit the record button, and you can see there's a waveform being printed right here onto the timeline. I can use the data zoom to make that larger. This is just a zoom state. This has nothing to do with the gain. You want to have mindful levels there, especially when you're capturing audio from the real world. And this is what that looks like. Once you're ready, you just hit the spacebar to stop, and congratulations on your first audio track recording. So that is pretty much everything that I want to say about audio tracks for the time being. I don't want to have this video be too complicated. Rest assured that all of these concepts can be taken further, but that is what my playlist is for. Next track that we want to look at is the instrument track, and that you need to create if you'd like to work with virtual instrument plugins, samplers, drum machines, you name it, anything that can receive MIDI notes, for example. And the great thing about instrument tracks or MIDI tracks inside of Studio Pro is that whenever you drag and drop an instrument from the browser, for example, the MIDI, onto your timeline, that is being created for you automatically. You don't have to do anything else. So for example, if I drag the MIDI in here, that is ready for me to play. The instrument track has already been created, so there's nothing else that I need to do here. Now, what separates the instrument track from the audio track further is that when you double click here, you're actually creating a so-called part or region. And when you double click that again, you can actually input notes here, which you obviously can't do on an audio track with an audio recording. However, what you can do inside of Studio Pro is simply drag and drop the audio recording onto the MIDI track to turn that into MIDI notes. You simply have to select extract notes here, and that's gonna happen right away. In this case, probably not very useful because I captured speech, but you get the idea. And this also works vice versa. If I have a couple of notes here on my MIDI, let me just input a few notes here, and I drag that onto the audio track, this is gonna be bounced and committed into audio. So the borders, if you will, between audio tracks and these MIDI instrument tracks are quite blurry and very fluid inside of Studio Pro. Studio Pro also features two very specific kind of tracks for organizational purposes that you don't necessarily find in all of the DAWs out there. For example, you have dedicated automation tracks, which can be separate from the main track if you so choose. An automation track would be used for any parameter that you want to change over time. So for example, here on the MIDI, I have a cutoff parameter. And let's say I want to do this over the course of like a bar or so. Then I could very simply click on this A here to edit automation, and this would then add an automation lane to that existing track. However, if I use this hand symbol right here, I could actually drag that onto another track and separate the automation from the instrument that way. So if you want to keep your MIDI notes clean from any automation data, you could actually input that completely separately inside of Studio Pro, which is pretty unique. I don't think many other DAWs do it in this way, but they maybe should. Sometimes this is actually very useful. And the other track that is quite unique is the folder track, which can actually also serve as a bus channel track. Okay, so the folder track, basically any amount of tracks that you're working on can be consolidated there. And this is very useful because once you have this folder, anything that you're duplicating, for example, anything that you're editing is being applied to all of the tracks inside of this folder. So this is very useful for quick editing. But also when you click here on this drop-down arrow, you can add a bus channel to this. And now you have a track that's serving to keep your session tidy, and at the same time is like a mixer channel where all of these instruments flow into, which is great, you know, to, for example, adjust the volume of all of them at the same time, or if you want to add some additional plugin processing. So there you have it. That is like a quick overview of the various kind of tracks that we have available inside of Studio Pro. Try them out for yourself to get a feel for them, and the only way to really learn this is by doing it. So go ahead and have some fun. Thank you for watching.